Hello everybody, welcome to the United Stands. I'm Mark Goldbridge. Some massive big news. Manchester United's new CEO has been named by Ornstein and now Romano. His name is Omar Barada and he is Manchester City's former Chief Football Operations Officer. He's been at Man City since 2011. He was formerly at Barcelona in a role there. We'll delve into what he's all about on this quick update, but look, there are many questions to be answered here. Fabrizio says, official, Man City can confirm that Omar Barada has resigned from his role as Chief Football Operations Officer at City Football Group. Barada will join Manchester United as new CEO. He informed Man City during talks, and this is the situation. David Ornstein, who broke this news, says that Manchester United, let me just get this back, Manchester United have approached and appointed this Barada. Here it is, the David Ornstein tweet. I should have put it up on the screen for you. Exclusive. Manchester United to name Man City's Omar Barada as new CEO, led by Ineos with Glazer backing. He will take the executive leadership of football plus business, a seat on the board, and he'll report to the owners. Highly regarded, and many will see this as a major coup. Well, look, we're not here to start delving into what this means. We want to see success on the pitch. And Sir Jim Ratcliffe is there to deliver that with the Director of Football. But a CEO that knows how to run big football clubs, been at Barcelona, been at Man City, it's absolutely massive. It's a huge statement for Manchester United. Now, we expected these things. We would have seen these things with any new ownership. I'm sure Qatar would have done it, and we knew Ineos would do it. But the interesting thing about the CEO thing is that this guy will be in charge of the operations and running Manchester United. He's more answerable to the Glazers because they own more of the club, and obviously they're not dealing with the football side, they deal with everything else. So the fact that the Glazers are happy with this and Ineos are happy with this is a big step forward. And obviously, I'm conflicted on this. There's a few things that come to my mind. If he's been at Man City since 2011, Chief Football Operations Officer, what are Man United sending as a message out here? We talk about 115 charges. We know that this is between 2008 and 2018. This guy's been there from 2011. He's going to be our new CEO. It's not a conflict of interest, but what does this mean for Manchester United? Are we wanting Man City to get off with it now because we don't want our new CEO to be implicated with that? If Man City do get charged, is he implicated with that? That's the first thing that came into my head. And maybe with time, we'll find out that that's got nothing to do with him or it won't make any difference, etc., etc. But I do think it's something to bear in mind. Really, I do think it's something to bear in mind. On the other hand, it's a Man City CEO as well. You know, part of me is like, why are we taking Man City's CEO? They're our neighbour. They're our biggest rival in trying to get to where they are. You know, do we want to do that? It's a bit like when Kenyon went from Man United to Chelsea, Peter Kenyon, all those years ago. I always thought Chelsea were a little bit, desperate taking our CEO. But on the other hand, we need more than two hands here. We are taking somebody that actually probably is considered one of the best footballing CEOs in football, and that is certainly something that we wanted to happen. So it's a mixture of information and it's a mixture of feeling. There is no doubt about that. And I'm very, very interested to see how this will work. But really, there are a lot of questions. I suppose the positive, it has to outweigh any concern. This is a CEO that's been at Barcelona, Man City. You look at those football clubs, Barcelona especially, but the way Man City have tried to echo that and build infrastructure. Look, I've always said this. If you've ever been to the Etihad or the area around it, what Man City have done, whether you like it or not, or how they got to do it, what they have done is build an amazing football club. They struggle to get fans, but how they've built the football club has been amazing. So to take this guy who will be our CEO, and obviously one of the big things for me is he's going to have a point to prove. Like, he's going from Man City, who are winning everything, to Manchester United, and people are going to look at him, mock him, and go, why are you doing that? So you're going to get somebody who's very motivated with a point to prove, which is fantastic. Ridiculously well connected. Reputationally, we've got to change the reputation of the football club. We know how important this is going to be when it comes to recruitment, but the CEO does have a part to play in that. We've got to change the reputation and behaviour of Manchester United Football Club corporately from being a circus into being a serious football club. And I think this type of an appointment will do that. Obviously, there's more to come out. Obviously, I didn't know much about him, and I don't think anybody else did. But very, very quickly, you can read stuff. Like, I was reading an article just then about how he was in high demand in May of last year. This was an article from May last year in the Sports Business Journal. With Man City on the verge of its 5th Premier League title in 6 seasons, the club's progress has become the envy of many across the industry, and the pursuit of executives within City Football Group experience is now going to the core of the operation. Barada joined City Barcelona in 2011 from Barcelona, commercial director for City Football Marketing before becoming the club's COO, Chief Operating Officer. Sources in the US and the UK, speaking on the condition of anonymity to protect their position, said that Barada has been approached for chief executive roles at Premier League clubs, MLS teams, and major NFL franchises. All of those moves have been rejected in a clear indication that Barada is committed to staying at City. That was from May last year. So he's been approached a long time by a lot of people and rejected it. But Man United has made him want to make that step. So it's a major coup for Manchester United. Again, I read that, and I read that, you know, at Man City, he's had a couple of roles. One of them was as the City Football Marketing Commercial Director. What does that mean, commercial director? Is that involved in these sponsorship deals? Look, there is a bit of concern about that, and hopefully it will get allayed very, very quickly. It's fundamentally really interesting, and it is a coup. The Man City thing does make it a little bit feel like, ooh, and I do worry about the 115 charges, but you can't obviously, you cannot obviously ignore it. And Manchester United clearly wanted to go somebody with a track record, and especially in football, that's the priority. You know, Ed Woodward was a banker. Richard Arnold was a banker. We've gone for somebody with that proven track record in football, and that has to be a positive, and can run the business side very, very quickly, and obviously works for Barcelona as well. It's an executive role. It's the CEO, and it's somebody that should be able to hit the ground running with a lot of connections in the Premier League. I mean, as a positive, Man City to Man United, it's really blue to red. All your connections, the league, the Premier League, UEFA, brands, it should be like, you know, it should be seamless. But look, I can't talk and I thought about going live about this, but you can't talk and talk and talk about it because most of you don't know anything about him. I don't know loads about him. The core principles for me are, it's a coup, it's a CEO from Man City who's got lots of experience. He's formerly at Barcelona. I do have concerns about the 115 charges and how he could be implicated in that. Are we now saying that we want Man City to get off with it because our CEO could be implicated? Who knows? We'll see about that. And also, obviously, taking somebody from Man City is a little bit like, it's a bit like signing De Bruyne, isn't it? That's exactly what it is. That's the clip. In a footballing sense, it would be like signing De Bruyne. You know, City don't want to lose him. Everybody wants to get hold of him. He's got a great reputation in the executive football side. If he was a player, it would be like signing De Bruyne. And I think we'd all go, wow, De Bruyne is fantastic. But he's been fantastic at Man City, a big rival. And we just have to swallow that and get on with it, I'd say. But massive breaking news. Get your comments in below. Make sure you smash a like on the video, subscribe. I'll speak to you on the next one.